Hello, my friends. Sam here with my boys, my helpers, Zach and Max. And today, this is in response to a question on whether the Slishman pressure wrap is single use or multi use. So, I want to do a deep dive into those two terms. I wrote recently to the TGA, the Therapeutic Goods Administration of Australia. I think that's what it stands for. I asked them, is there something in between single and multi use? Because single use is like, all right, I can use it one time and that's it. Then you got to throw it away. Multi-use, does that mean the product is guaranteed forever? You can use it on 1,000,000 people? What's in between? And the reply that I got was manufacturers have to decide. So a little bit disappointing. But I just wanted to go through some different things in our lives and think about, are they multi-use or single use? So, this is underwear, right? And is it single use or multi-use? So it's multi-use, but I can think of some scenarios where it really should be single use, right? Yeah, you can. I know. Let's talk about some other stuff. So
me one.
Yeah, you can think of a few.
I can think of two.
Two. I don't know if I want to know them, but go ahead.
Number 1 and 2.
Number 1 and 2.
I don't want to do that.
Okay. The Pelvic Binder, the Sam Pelvic Binder. This is a beautiful device, but this is considered single use. And it actually makes sense because if you're using it on somebody who has a crushed pelvis, there might be things on it when you're done that you don't want on it. So it can be used in training many, many times. It really is a tough device, but it's labeled single use. What about my stethoscope? So my stethoscope is multi-use. This I've had for 30-something years. It's made contact with a lot of patients.
We used it to try and find
I try to keep it. That's right. We tried to find our hamster who was stuck in the wall with it. This, I try to clean it. I try to keep it from infecting new patients, but this is a multi-use device. What about a blood pressure cuff? So this makes contact with all kinds of patients. It's a multi-use device. What about...
Unless you take it apart like you do.
I know. Well, that's true. I have an otoscope. This is a multi-use device, but this little thing in here, this little piece of plastic, is considered single use. So you put it on the end of the otoscope to be able to look into somebody's ear, and then you throw it away. But in reality,
you could just
this is just a piece of plastic that could be washed. It doesn't have to be thrown away every time. I've probably gone through 10,000 of these in my career. Maybe 30,000 of them. Anyway.
Plus or minus.
That's the plus or minus. That's right.
Yesterday, by the way.
Traction splints. Oh, that's right. Mommy had a look in your ear. Traction splints. So we have wrestled with this topic. Is this a single-use device or a multi-use device? In my mind, single-use would be crazy. This thing, it's a nice block of gear. There's a lot of stuff in here. It would be nuts to just throw this away every time it gets put on a patient.
Extremely nuts.
It would be extremely nuts, that's right. However, people wrestle with this question a lot because maybe you got some urine on the straps, or maybe something is, the neoprene is fraying, or what else can happen? The cord starts to get worn. When I'm at a trade show demonstrating this, I'll put it on my leg 30 to 50 times, and it looks normal. It does not look worn out at all. But when you say multi-use, what is that? How many uses can you get out of the thing? It's very difficult to say, but currently this is considered a multi-use device. In reality, you should use your brains a little bit. So if it gets destroyed, then maybe get a new one, or maybe send it back to the manufacturer for some tuning. And what else? Oh, the pressure wrap. That was the original question. Is the Slishman pressure wrap a multi-use device? And the difference between this and tourniquets is pretty big because this offers direct pressure. Tourniquets are proximal pressure. So the consequence of a tourniquet breaking is really bad. You go from arterial occlusion to venous occlusion and people get harmed. If you're doing direct pressure, then it's less likely to cause harm. That being said, this is still, in theory, labeled a single-use device. But in reality, this guy runs into a tree and we put this on his head for direct
That's
pressure.
only happened once.
That's right. And this guy bounces in the trampoline and he sprains his ankle and we can put it on his ankle.
I have never sprained my ankle.
Maybe your elbow?
No, I'm not.
Have you sprained anything? Okay, well,
Badly. No.
hypothetically, if he sprains something, I can use this on him and then him, and I am not going to harm either of them. So the reality is this is a multi-use device. If it's soaked in one person's blood, then probably don't put it onto another person. But the consequence of using something that's been beat up to this extent for direct pressure is not that bad. This, I'm showing you this one because it has,
It's been shot by arrows.
it's been shot by so many things.
No, that was the WRC.
Oh, that's right, World Revolver Competition. So we put this up at a target and we have 30-something holes in it. It still works. So I am comfortable saying this is single use in theory, but multi-use in reality. And just use your head. Are there other items that we want to review, boys?
Shirts. Multi-use.
Shirts, multi-use.
Glasses. Multi-use.
Multi-use, that's right. Hammers, multi-use. Sewing.
Phones. Multi-use.
Definitely.
Apps. Multi-use.
Anything else?
Tripods. Multi-use.
That's right. What other things are
Oh, yeah,
single
multi-use.
use? Toilet paper, single use, right?
No,
Um,
multi-use.
What kind of house do you
You
live
can
What?
buy
What?
somebody.
No, it's simple. You only take some of it.
in? Okay.
Fan.
All right.
Use
Okay.
the roll-up toilet.
Fan. Multi-use.
All right. There we go.
Smash your head with it.
Thanks
Ow!
very much, boys.